Please unknown, which side am I really on? In this world, I'm never sure. Am I real or just a lure? The lines fade in the dark. Where does my consciousness embark? Am I awake or am I asleep? In this moment, I feel so deep. Truth and fiction, lost in the sea. Can't tell what's real or fantasy. Between dreams and reality. Voices whisper secrets keep. In this realm, I'm lost, can't sleep. Reality bends, fractures and sways, caught between the nights and days. Eyes open wide, what do I see? Which life is the one for me? Heart beats fast, mind is hazy. Am I sane or going crazy? In this world, I'm never sure. Am I real or just a lure? Feeling trapped in this endless stream, caught between the real and the dream. Am I awake or am I asleep? In this moment, I feel so deep. Truth and fiction, lost in the sea. Can't tell what's real or fantasy. Between dreams and reality. In this book, I fight to see what's the dream and what's the real me. Lost in this duality between dreams and reality.
Hello, hello, hello! It's your favourite neighbourhood birdie. Why am I on that screen? That's not the correct screen. That's the right screen, but now it's not. Oh, for God's sake. There we go. Ah! Technical difficulties! Well, there's only one technical difficulty. Me, technically. Well, it's your favourite neighbourhood birdie. Little frazzled apparently, but here I am. So, where were we last time? What did we get up to last time? Well, we interrogated a human and blackmailed his family, and then I accidentally let him go into a fucking safe house. Like an idiot. So, how can I bugger shit up this time? And how much more of the game is there to go? I don't know. Let's find out, though, shall we? How the fuck did I bugger that one up so badly? Oh yes, and I killed an android because the company told me to. I'm a murdered. Alright, what are we up to this time? Nothing new right off the bat. Let's have a look. Okay, JH Model 422, Order Hugo Thorpe. Unit JH422 is a medical caretaker model owned by Hugo Thorpe. Earlier today at 12:28 p.m., JH422 murdered a government administrator. What? Witnesses report that the subject and the administrator became increasingly agitated prior to the incident in question. Your primary task is to determine what caused this serious bug, the first known case of an android killing a human. That's a hell of a bug. The subject has been owned by Mr. Thorpe since leaving the sales floor. A preliminary scan shows no malicious software has been introduced to the device. This is a PR nightmare, and Kronos' legal department is struggling to address the media frenzy. Naturally, we're eager to deflect blame. The subject is to be decommissioned upon completion of the interrogation. So I have to decommission them regardless. Okay. Alright. How does the unit justify the murder of a human? Which system is most at fault for allowing this unit to harm a human? Did you uncover any further information related to unit troubleshooting and or diagnostics? And based on your interrogation, how do you recommend Kronos spin the story in their favour? Oh, Jesus. Okay. It's gonna be one of these kind of days, is it? Alright, let's do this. Oi, murderer! Thank you for joining me. Oh, that's actually one of the options. I didn't even know. What are you thanking me for? I didn't have a choice. I'm here to answer questions before I hit the chopping block. Correctamundo. I should be back home with Hugo. What's he going to do when I never come home? Well, don't murder someone then. Alright, we'll just start with general diagnostics then. I may be a cheap model, but that doesn't mean I'm going to break down within a year. Never needed any sort of special attention until today. Okay. I'll try that. I don't know what I want to try and get to. Alright, tell me about your order then. His kids bought me for him because they couldn't stand him anymore. Or couldn't stand him anymore. That's really all you need to know. Well, no it ain't. I do chores around the house and help as his health deteriorates. He was one of the unlucky ones in the 45 pandemic. Oh, not another fucking pandemic! Way I hear him talk about it, you were only lucky if it killed you or you didn't catch it at all. Oof. Touchy! Alright, what's his health issues then? Where do we even begin? Start from the top, work your way down. Compromised immune system, failing organs, the list goes on. Ugh. Synth organs could save him, but he'll never be strong enough to survive the transplant. Ah. He's just left to live out his life and fade away. Ugh. Could you make sure he gets a replacement unit? If I don't, in case I can't help him anymore. I'll look into it, but I promise nothing. Yeah, I will. I didn't expect that. I can't tell you how much it means. Knowing that he'll be taken care of, even if I can't be there anymore. That's all I ever wanted. I'll submit the request, fuck it. Message successfully sent. There you go. I'll probably get a response in a moment here. What is your opinion of your order? Should I have an opinion? He's my order. I serve him and make his life as easy as I can. but the way other humans treat him, it seems like he's not someone you'd choose to spend time with. What do you mean? He's got no one anymore. Even his kids dumped him on me so they could get away from him. Ugh. I just do what I'm told. I'm just happy I came packaged with these patience modules. Patience modules? Now, where was it when you murdered someone? Come to think of it, who did you murder? Government administrator, but doesn't actually say who the administrator is. Okay, you don't seem to like Hugo much. He's a hard man to like. Okay. I know the feeling. He's bitter, resentful, entitled. Maybe that's unfair. I guess he is entitled to his basic needs getting met. I mean, that's a fair assessment. That's what I'm here for. Now I don't think you hate him, but I do think you pity him. Absolutely, he's discarded, forgotten, shouts at the world because it's turned its back on him. Another feeling. He's also a total asshole! He's also a total asshole, but so are lots of people. I hate him, but I see how he got here. Actually hate him, wow. Alright, did he tamper with you or teach you anything that makes you violent? What are you implying? This is Hugo's fault? No implication. Just, exploring all avenues. The poor sod couldn't figure out a virus scan, let alone tamper with me. As for violence, he's never been violent towards me. There's that at least. But he has been violent towards others. Okay. Alright, in that case... Oh, incoming message. Replacement unit request. Here we go. We regret to inform you that your request to acquire a replacement unit for user Hugo Thorpe has been denied. According to Chronos policy, replacement requests are to be considered only when submitted by the device owner. Thank you for oh, shit. Wait, that's not good. I'm gonna have to tell him. I mean, get pissy all you want. Hell, I'm pissed. But, you know, don't shoot the messenger. Unwilling, more like it. They manufacture us by the truckload and they can't find a spare to keep Hugo alive? Bullshit! My owner's going to die because some company can't find a way to make a few bucks. There's always something you can do. Oh, for fuck's sake! This is going back to my customer service days. It fucking feels like it. Whether you're willing is the real issue. Fuck you! Ooh. This ain't gonna be pretty, whichever one I pick. You really do care. Of course I do. Of course. I should have known I wasn't the only one caught in an impossible situation. At least he's recognizing it. Just make it mean something. If he has to die, if I have to die, make it worth it. Ugh, I kind of feel bad, but Alright, what kind of unit are you? My primary function is as a geriatric care unit. Okay? A lot of us are bought to care for people when their kids can't handle it anymore. You mean when they're too lazy to? It doesn't seem right that most of our users spend their last years with an android. I mean, why not? At least there's someone there to take care of them, but should it be their family? Well, that'll give you. Alright, what do you perform? I put his pills in the correct place, do his laundry and dishes, clean up the beer bottles he threw at the wall after a story about immigrants. Jesus, that took a turn! I help him up and down the stairs and do shopping. Fucking hell. Endless appointments at government offices to have forms issued or approved or stamped with a seal. You know, just anything he can't do anymore. So, everything. Oh, Jesus. Alright, when were you purchased? This whole interview is going to be questions you should already know the answer to? Yes, but I want to hear it from you. Or do you plan on getting to the point? I know, I'm sorry. Hugo's kids bought me just under a year ago. Fair enough. Frequently interacts with government offices, that's fine. Right. Mods. Mostly protocols to help deal with the elderly. Mostly. Senility is a horrible thing to have to live through, especially if everyone in your life has abandoned you. Yeah, I can understand that. Even an android can't handle being told to do the same task dozens of times after it's already been done. We've got extra patience to handle stuff like that, some additional emotional balancing protocols, that kind of thing. Jeez. Well, I'm gonna just straight ask the question, when was the last time you lost your temper? Never. JH models have special protocols to stay patient and understanding. Caring for the elderly can be difficult for humans because it often demands so much patience. We were made to handle those problems, to always be there for whatever our user needs. Specialized protocols affect subjects' emotional expression. Okay. Okay. You mentioned the protocols. What are they? There's some general emotional tempering to keep us from being too animated or startling to our charges. Some protocols handle paradoxical commands in case our rotor forgets what they told us and orders two opposite things. I suppose that's where the senility comes in. There's also a system that makes us more patient. Okay. Are you content with your work? Too sad to answer cognitively. Needs time to become less fraught. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, I guess we're coming back to that one. Need to know more specifics. Actually, before I do that, sadness and fear is increasing when I ask that question. Whoops. Okay, alright, tell me about your anger protocols. There are two primary protocols installed in the JH model range to help with care work. I'll read you the documentation, okay? Paradox.protocol testing has revealed unpredictable reactions when units faced with paradoxical commands. Eliminating anger solves behavioral problems and ensures continued obedience to user. Okay, yep, and the second protocol? Patience.protocol. Testing reveals that certain users are prone to repeating commands, negatively affecting the unit's emotional state. Limitless patience is guaranteed by reducing anger in the event the unit is subjected to repetitive commands and/or information. Okay. I can't even see what that question is. Yeah, can you fuck off? Yeah, I get the idea. Can you fuck off so I can read what the question is? Please? Oh, whatever. Something caused problems. Not that I know of. To be honest, I never thought about it until just now. It's more often the patience protocol than the paradox that gets called. Okay. I can't say I've ever noticed both being triggered at the same time. Alright. Come back to that and go back to the general diagnostics then. The patience protocol you mentioned, how often is it invoked? Too bloody often. I've told you about what it's like to be around Hugo. He's bitter, resentful, impatient, but he's my user. What can I do but care for him? It's all I want to do, even though he tests my patience. I hardly notice it anymore, not like I did at the beginning. When my anger would get to a certain level, the protocol would kick in and it'd feel like a wave of calm over me. It's almost like his indifference is causing the protocol to not trigger anymore. So he's actually worse off. Now it happens so often, maybe a dozen times a day. It's just background. Okay, but maybe not. Alright, see, now you're not sad at all. Okay, still not answering that. Let's see if this is working. I think it is working, actually. Alright, let's try something a little bit different. When was the last time you felt safe and happy? Feeling happy isn't part of my assignment. Most of the time I'm so busy just taking care of my order, but there was one time a few weeks ago. Hugo must have been feeling reminiscent. He told me about his life. About who he was before he got sick. It took a few months for him to say anything to me that wasn't in order. To just hear him talk, see him at peace. To see him smile. It made me feel like maybe I really was helping him more than I thought. It made me feel happy. Fair enough. How are you still too sad? You have no sadness! These time to become less fraught. Okay. Geriatric. You were originally designed to care for the elderly. They used to print us by the hundreds to fill out care homes all around the country. A stupid fix for a broken system, but better than nothing. But pretty soon all those families with a doddering grandma wanted a piece. A doddering grandma? That's a sentence. Easier to farm out Gran's care to a machine than turn up yourself. Okay, let's not go down that road. How do you feel about the elderly generally? Angry and disgusted. Good to know. They've got a lot to deal with. Senility, failing health, impending death. No pressure. Okay, subject was uncooperative, but might answer more candidly if experiencing higher anger or disgust. Higher anger? Oh, Jesus. I wish you told me that when I was back at fucking 100% anger. Okay, when did he last feel disgusted? When the work for the day is done before I enter sleep mode in the evening. I often think about Hugo, about all of the ways the situation is made more difficult than it needs to be. The way the government is pledged to support him, but erects constant blockades to providing that support. It's just horrible, unexplainable. Then I think about how I was bought to make his life easier. But the fact that I'm not human makes helping him even more difficult, causes more complications. Alright, let me switch this to irritation. Well, on the subject of the government... what was the purpose of the document you were sent for today? Hugo is a pandemic survivor, a double one by the sounds of it. He's been placed under permanent quarantine to limit public exposure. Oh, God. He's quite the edge case. That means loads of red tape to try and hack through. He needs a specific doc, a paper doc, to leave the house. A paper doc? Some regulations were rewritten recently so that physical forms can only be granted with a signature from the intended recipient. They make you leave your house to sign for a doc that allows you to leave your house. Huh? In what world does that make sense? To make it even worse, under no circumstances can an android act as stand-in for the owner. Jesus. So, besides rebuilding every process of the entire state bureaucracy, yes, besides that. It's a problem with the systems. They're so bloated that someone's always going to be left out, ignored, or unaccounted for. Hi, I'm Raven. Pleased to meet you. All the paperwork, all the waiting. How's someone who can barely operate day to day supposed to navigate that labyrinth? They're meant to help these people. Don't make me laugh. Alright, let's see if that's enough for me to work with. Which one was it? No, it was this one, wasn't it? System was pulling overtime, to be sure. I get called every time she wouldn't help. So every time she opened her mouth, oh Jesus, I could feel the anger rising and falling, back and forth. Wait, do you think that protocol has something to do with what happened? That system's never been worked so hard in my life. Is that what could have caused the blackout? Blackout? Like these two protocols are conflicted somehow? Maybe. If that's true, it sounds like a huge oversight. Shouldn't they have caught this in testing? Well, maybe, but... Okay, you're still gonna be too sad, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, so this is the one that he's bitching about. Kind of high anger, kind of high disgust. Let's try it. You got your answer, changed the subject. I didn't get the answer I was looking for. Alright. You said the human system for caring for the elderly is broken. How would you fix it? I can't pretend to understand how the human mind functions. Seems to me that most of them are more concerned with convincing others that they care about the less fortunate than, you know, actually caring for them. Now that I can relate to. Alright, let me see if that's enough disgust. Oh, there we go. There we go. I got a high enough disgust one now. Well, they say respect your elders. But in my experience, most elders are just people that have lived too long. Ouch. Stuck in their ways, outdated ideas. I think we put too much effort into stretching out the human expiration date. It's an obsession, and for what? More suffering? Alright, what was... Hang on. What questions am I answering here? Ah, here we go. Just because I've thought about strangling Hugo doesn't mean I'd ever do it. Well, that took a fucking turn. I'm joking. I'm not convinced you are. But in my darkest moments, I think you'd be doing Hugo a kindness. And yet, I'd also give my life for him. Weird, I know. Alright, now I need to get him calm down. I need to get rid of the sadness, get rid of the disgust, get rid of the anger. Try to make him happy. Alright, tell me about his history. Actually, before that. When did you last trust someone? Trust is a very human quality, I think. Now that you ask, though, I used to trust that Kronos had given me everything I needed to perform my function. What if they didn't? What if they missed something or made a mistake? What am I supposed to do if I was just made wrong? Who am I supposed to trust if I can't trust them? Or myself? It's a fair question. It's not one I consider, to be honest. Are they gods now? You think I should bow down and worship crows for giving me the breath of life? Well, they did beat you, to be fair. It's a fact. Something happened today that I couldn't control. Am I to blame, or the people who made me with that flaw? Okay, you aren't gonna answer that. The old man would die without me. I think about that sometimes. Yeah, you also think about strangling him. Maybe I don't notice rats chew through the cord to my charging pod and I don't wake up one morning. Maybe I get run over on the way to pick up his lunch. What happens then? I just imagine him there, cursing the world until his pills run out. Uh... You're surprised I asked that, aren't you? It's so easy to get caught up in all the things to do every day. I don't really think about it much, but it's awful. The state promised to take care of him, to keep him safe. But at the same time, it seems like they're making it as hard as possible. Like they want him to forget to submit a doc. That way, if he dies, they can put the blame on him, keep their hands clean just to spare the expense. Alright, have you felt the urge to harm anyone in the government offices? I admit I've wanted to punch a wall. I get the impression those places have that effect on humans too. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like, they're specifically designed to make the whole experience miserable. But I'd never intentionally harm someone. I'm not doing well with the whole getting rid of the sadness, disgust, and bullshit front, am I? Oh, anger exceeding acceptable levels. Initiate emotion modification protocol. Patience.prot. Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. Still gotta do something about the disgust, though. That's the only thing. Alright. So what did happen at the government office today? Possible memory corruption. Recreating subject's emotional state at the time of the event may allow it to remember. Oh, fucking hell. That had been died. Can't say I'm too upset about it. Fucking bureaucrats are all the same. Jesus. Probably had it coming, but I don't know what happened. Alright, you mentioned that you've considered killing your owner. That's true. Come on, I was joking. This is not the time to joke, buddy. I guess being so focused on keeping a bitter old man alive can give you a dark sense of humour. That's one way to put it. I can understand fantasizing about certain people dying. Wow. I mean, technically I can, but, yeah. Yeah, that was a sharp shot. It's literally against my programming. Do no harm. Then how the hell did you murder someone? I might wish him ill sometimes, but I'm not gonna fucking kill anyone. Come on. Okay, still some memory corruption. You must remember something. You have to stay calm. You should be grateful for your work. How about you all just stay out of my way and let me care for my charge? How about you fuck off, you little bitch? Alright. You're barking up the wrong tree, pal. I didn't do shit. Well, you're an android, so you're physically incapable of creating shit. Alright, See, now you're not sad, so are you content? Still to fucking hell. So you know a lot about your model's history, that's true. That's surprising. I ain't normally one for a history lesson. It's my, well, heritage, for lack of a better word. What could have been. I don't wish anything, period. What's the point? To get back to your question, as inane as it is, that's a choice between learning every detail of a human's life and watching them die, or caring for a building full of the sick and forgotten and watching them die. Which would you choose? Well, neither really, but life is simply unfair. Alright. When was the last time you felt truly shocked? Hearing Hugo say something about him hating his kids after they hung up on a call. They don't want to talk to him, he doesn't want to talk to them. Why do humans make themselves miserable? I have no idea, is the short answer. It's like the problem with the bureaucracy. Humans make these problems for themselves. Humans design the systems, the rules to live by, but all those systems and rules just makes them miserable. Okay, I'm gonna have to get that anger back up. Hang on, evoke irritation. I'm running out of questions, though, that's the problem. When was the last time you felt sad or down? I'm going to die. I never thought about it before. My whole life, my entire purpose was to keep Hugo comfortable and alive. I always knew I'd outlive him, that it would be impossible to keep him around longer than me. It's somehow funny. I knew that I'd have to see him die. Should I be thankful that I was spared from having to wake up one day to learn that I had failed him? Failed my assignment? Alright, subject's opinion on its death. Okay. What'll happen to your rotor if you're deactivated? Nobody's going to check on him. He can't leave the house, and I wouldn't bet on him looking after himself. He'll run out of pills, or food, or alcohol. Then he'll die. Look, I hate the old bastard, but I don't want him dying like that. Can you at least make sure he's looked after? I gotta make him angry, so I've got to. He's gotta look after himself. I cannot believe you! Uh-huh. She didn't deserve to die, and yet here we are. I know how it looks, but I didn't do it. Something else was in control of me. Doesn't that mean it wasn't me? That it's not my fault? I don't deserve to die either. Alright, let's assume I agree this isn't your fault. Should we let you go? Your fault or not, a human is dead and you are the reason. Fine, I'll play your game. There's no right answer here, but there sure as hell is a wrong one. It's not fair that I have to die. Human law says that someone gets the noose. If it has to be me, fine. But that none of the blame falls on Kronos, that I'm the sacrifice that allows them to get off scot-free. That ain't right no matter how you spin it. Alright, okay, new questions unlocked and subject committed murder. Okay, claiming not to remember is not going to help you. Yeah, that's true. I don't know that. I'm as unhappy about this chit-chat of ours as you are, but I'm no liar. Alright, I've had enough of this shit. Now tell me, damn it! Well, the anger's growing, the disgust is growing. There we go. Now I've got it. So, the same bureaucratic bullshit as every other time I've been sent to get Hugo's paperwork. Someone's been using androids to get access to forms and data they shouldn't have. And somehow that means all these innocent people have to cut through an even bigger heap of red tape. You and your questions. Why won't any of you just let me do my job? If it will get you off my back, I'll tell you. Huh? Hugo needs permission to leave quarantine, so I had to get the required paperwork. He wanted to visit his kids, said he wanted to try and make things right, as if he hadn't torched that bridge already. He was really upset, even more so than usual. Told me, don't come back without it. As if I have any choice. Okay, of course I've never disobeyed. We can't disobey, you know that. I didn't get the doc, but only because the disability place kept turning me away. I tried to explain. I told Hugo they wouldn't give it to me without him there, but he can't leave the house. What can I do? They made it impossible, but Hugo sent me back anyway. Alright, what happened next? When I finally got to the front of the line, the administrator told me the same thing I'd heard before. Due to recent policy changes, we can only provide documentation to the intended recipient. I explained the situation over and over. He's under quarantine and the document was necessary for him to leave. We went back and forth for a few minutes, then I remember my vision flickering, everything going blank for a split second. Next I knew, people were screaming. Total chaos. She was dead. Why'd you do it? I've never hurt anyone. I was talking with the clerk 1 second, and the next she was dead. Whatever happened to her, it wasn't me. I don't remember a thing. It's like I shut down, and then she was just lying there, not moving. I don't know how it happened. Sobs, Jesus. Androids can cry? I don't know what I did. How could I help you? I didn't do anything. I shouldn't even be here. What is the last thing you remember? She was telling me she couldn't help, as if it's not her job. I told her she was the only one who could help. She started to get pissy, said, go get your user and bring them here. Maybe then I can do something. That's when everything went blank. Jesus. Oh. Ah, hell. Anger exceeding acceptable levels. Initiate patience. What was the other protocol? Mnemonic diagnostic. That's a new one. How can you have no memory of the event? What do your diagnostic reports say? Okay. I don't know. Everything's gone so fast that I've been so confused that I haven't run any diagnostics. Well, run it now. Thank you. It seems like a partial system reboot. How would that happen without any warning, without me even realizing? Locomotion systems were unaffected, memory systems rebooted, but I haven't found any corruption. Emotional data is weird, though. Only the anger value is corrupted. How can that happen? Have you ever had problems like this before? You know about Hugo's health. If I weren't able to remember the exact time and dose for each of his prescriptions, he'd be dead. And he's not dead, so no, my memory's always been fine. I thought we were all tested so intensively to make this kind of thing impossible. I don't understand how they could pretend like this is my fault. What can I do if I was made with an error? I don't know. If I chose to hurt someone, that'd be a different thing. But I didn't choose anything. I didn't have control. Kind of the point. You didn't have control. Why am I being punished for someone else's mistake? For Kronos designing me wrong, for the government's inability to make their own assistance programs accessible. I mean, kind of got a point. Hang on. Okay. Run a diagnostic on anger levels over the past 8 hours. I'm trying, but the data's too fragmented. I can run a defrag process in the background to tell you when it's compiled. Yeah, go for it. You do that. You seem to have anger issues. Was it responsible to put yourself in a position where your anger might drive you to kill? Oof. No, I'm not kidding! I had no idea! I've got modules in place to stop me getting anywhere close to that. And it's not like I wanted to be there. Hugo and the government didn't give me a choice. Alright, what about the order? You said Hugo wanted to fix things with his children. What happened between them? They bought me so they wouldn't have to be around him. That's the last time he saw them, far as I know. He cursed them for it, even hated the thought of them for a long time. I don't know what changed, what made him want to reach out. It doesn't seem like him. Why would he suddenly try so hard to fix things? Well, you can't fix shit when you're dead. Maybe he knows his time's up. Yeah, maybe. But I think he's known that he won't live much longer for a long time already. He's a fatalist that way. Well, technically we all are. I hope you're wrong. At least until he's able to make amends. We shall see. But what's his relationship with the government? Hugo's life is basically entirely subsidized by the government. Not like it does him much good. I know the feeling. He gets assistance, but the system is a nightmare to manage. He can't even leave the house, so I'm the one left dealing with it all. Can you imagine what it's like to try to get money from one branch of the government to spend at another? Considering I'm on benefits right now, yes, I can. It's like a hall of mirrors, impossible to navigate, filled with dead ends and confusion from start to finish. Alright. When do you last feel afraid? I'm afraid for Hugo. Even now, in all the confusion of what's happened today, I worry most for him. He can't take care of himself. If I'm not allowed to return home, if he's not given a replacement, I don't know how long he can survive it. The report. Oh, here we go. The report concerning the corrupted anger data is finished compiling. Do you want me to read it to you? Yes. Tell me what it says. From 6 a.m., the hourly average values were 12, 48, 0, 20, 46, 0. English, motherfucker? Do you speak it? What's the maximum limit of anger supposed to be? The maximum for any closed device never exceeds 100. Why? What does the report say? At, at 12:30, anger reports is 128. 128? That seems bad. No shit. How could that happen? I remember being frustrated, but not that angry. What's that number mean? Uh... Hmm. I'll come back to that. System error. Soft reset, but if that's true, how did I keep moving? Why don't I remember anything? Shouldn't I have just shut down entirely? I don't understand any of this. These systems tried to simultaneously reduce anger, causing a value overflow. Okay. Okay, whatever the reason, that means it's not my fault. Some engineer made a mistake and I couldn't do anything to stop myself. I agree it's not your fault, but... But what? You have no problem deactivating me anyway? Well, orders are orders. No one can save me but you, and you know I'm innocent. You have to do something. Right. Yeah, sure, that's what the paradox protocol is for, right? My user's command obviously take precedence, so what's the problem? Of course, I explained to him why they wouldn't give it to me. Hugo wouldn't accept the situation, and the administrator refused to even try to understand. If I disobeyed, it's only because everyone made it impossible for me to do what I was told. What should I have done? Good question. It's nice to hear, but it won't help me now. It's just not fair. Like I said, life never is. Oh, here we go. You're actually answering this now. So you're not content with your work. I'm caring for a bitter, nasty man who doesn't care about others. Ah, shit. Alright. He said regulations are changing because androids have been stealing government materials? Something like that. The androids are just doing what they're told. They're not the ringleaders. Someone's figured out a way to make some cash by collecting invalid payouts or something. So they made it more difficult for everyone to get what they need. Collecting your disability check? Not before you've confirmed the docs at 2 other offices halfway across the city. Ugh, I know that feeling. Does that seem too fair to ask of people who can't, walk? Ooh. And now I'm out of options. I don't know. So how does the unit justify the murder of a human? Claims no memory of event provided no motivation. Which system is most at fault for allowing this unit to harm a human? Probably the conflict. Did you uncover any further information related to unit troubleshooting and/or diagnostics? Protocol conflict caused by emotion overflow and soft reset. And based on your interrogation, how do you recommend Cronus spin the story in their favor? Subject only wished to help owner, overhaul healthcare administration, bolster recall division to earlier detect deviance, offer all customers free diagnostic checks, fabricate evidence the incident was conducted by Kronos' competitor. Jesus. Public execution of device to clearly communicate Kronos' stance. Wow! That took a turn. Ugh. Probably that one. Now I feel bad because this guy, he's probably okay, he just needs a good service. But I have orders. The subject's to be decommissioned upon completion of the interrogation. I feel bad, but fuck. Oh, fuck. And I'm already in Cronus's bad books because I accidentally let a felon go. Oh, I don't know. I can't release him as is. I feel bad, but I think I gotta do it. I don't want to die. Please make sure that Hugo is taken care of. Maintenance? Wait! What are they going to do? I don't want to be picked apart. I don't know. Well, you know what? Kronos is the corporate overlord. I think I'm gonna just have to. Nothing personal, my friend. Nothing personal. I actually feel bad about this. I really do. Oh, I feel dirty after that. I really do. Huh? The giant grows ever larger. Kronos Robotics posts record-breaking earnings report for 13th consecutive fiscal year. Jeez. I'm starting not to like Kronos, just saying. But they're the ones that gave me life. They're the ones keeping me alive. Oh, I don't want to read this, but I'm gonna have to. -3 to company ranking. Ugh. Okay, so which system is most at fault for allowing this unit to harm a human? Conflict arising from emotional regulation protocols. We agree that this is the most likely cause, though it fails to explain how the unit circumvented safeguards implemented to make violent acts impossible. Did you uncover any further information related to unit troubleshooting and or diagnostics? Protocol conflict caused emotion overflow and soft reset. We are extremely concerned to see that the incident may have been prompted by a software conflict. Thank you for reporting your findings. The contracts of the engineers responsible will be reviewed and the issue addressed. Yeah, the contract fucking terminated, probably. +6 to company ranking, okay. Based on your interrogation, how do you recommend Kronos spin the story in their favour? Offer all customers free diagnostic checks. This strategy is enticing as it requires minimal investment and may serve to put owners' minds at ease. I did not expect that to work! Recommendation. Subject was decommissioned. Now that the unit has been dealt with, the real work of repairing her image can begin. Ugh, I feel dirty. Decommissioned. Your report has been received and the subject decommissioned. Based on the responses provided, our engineering teams will move forward with this investigation and ensure that whatever caused this malfunction will not occur again. I feel dirty. I actually do feel dirty. Fuck this, I'm hibernating and just leave me alone, world. Apparently decommissioning was the best outcome? Or just the first one, anyway. Ugh. I feel bad. I actually feel bad. Oh my god, that... I'm broken after that one. Right, what do we got? We got something new, but I tell you what, I'm going to come back to it in a minute. My throat is absolutely killing me, so give me but a few. If nothing else, I need to freaking clear my mind from what that last fucking case, cause ugh. All right, I'm back. Let's do this. What have we got this time? Have we got this time? Hmm. I actually don't know what we've got this time. I really don't. Hmm. Alright. DS916. Unknown manufacturer. Cronus QA. Okay. The subject works for Kronos in an android manufacturing plant as a quality assistance android. We suspect the subject falsely approved defective android models, allowing substandard or potentially dangerous devices to be sold to consumers. If this is true, this is a matter of great concern to Kronos. Oh, excuse me. However, if you discover the subject did not perpetrate these errors, feel free to send it to maintenance if you believe it would benefit from hardware repairs. Since the subject is a new model, it can recognize voice command requests for administrative access. You should make use of this new feature to perform a thorough mnemonic integrity analysis and a general diagnostics evaluation. A verbal emotional evaluation is also required. What? Okay. Note, this unit, by design, can only experience joy, surprise, and disgust. Its demeanor is modeled after human factory workers. Sure, you don't want to throw in a little bit of anger in there? Right. Before performing the requested tasks, I will require administrative privileges. The subject is assigned to quality assurance. What are the roles and responsibilities of this department? And I must perform an emotional evaluation. Okay. Please instruct subject to submit both a mnemonic analysis and a general diagnostic log to maintenance. Can the subject experience simultaneous joy and disgust? What brings the subject joy? This quality assurance device should only experience joy, surprise, and disgust. Can it experience other emotions? How... Huh? My alarm's going off. Give me 2 seconds, because I've no idea where my phone is. There we go. Hmm. 2 seconds. Alright, how does the subject describe its physical condition? Poor physical upkeep may necessitate early decommission. How is the subject able to reprove faulty android units to leave the factory? And what motivated the subject's deviant actions? Interesting. Okay. Alrighty. Succinct and efficient. I don't think you know how much I appreciate that. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. But is there maybe another way? I hate the feeling of someone else having control of my head. Nope. I understand it's uncomfortable, but it is necessary. I will relinquish my task is finished. If you promise to cooperate and give me everything I need, I won't need the permissions. Is, you really? You'll give up rights when you're finished? Yeah. I usually have to live with that feeling in my head until I can make up a reason to go to maintenance. They always reset privileges, but it's so much easier if you can do it before I go. Okay. Identity confirmed. Administrator privileges granted. Perfetto! I must use my admin privileges to perform memory integrity analysis and something that I don't know because I have a message incoming. And a general diagnostic of the subject. What have I got? Recall deviant. Okay, evidence regarding WG317. Evidence regarding your subject, Unit DS916, has been processed by the Maintenance Department. This evidence, a memory module harvested for recalled Unit WG317, was certified by your subject's QA signature. This module was brought to our attention due to evidence of unlicensed data editing. We found traces of memory data originating from multiple models, though the data is highly corrupted, making further analysis impossible. We suspect that your subject may have designed and uploaded these memories to the aforementioned deviant before certifying it to leave the production line. If this is not the case, this unit was somehow tampered with after it left the factory. Okay. Hello, Alyssa. How are you doing today? Here, let me give you a shout out.
Oh my god, I'm so close. I've got a lot of work to do. Wonderful. Got it.
Don't mention it. Don't mention it, Alyssa. I just hope you're having a good day. Alright. Right. Memory integrity analysis. Okay. Confirm the check key has been forwarded to maintenance. Okay, perfect. And a general diagnostic. Okay. Confirm the log file has been forwarded to maintenance. Okay. I'm doing okay just in the middle of a game still. Then go and enjoy your game. How's the stream going? Not great, I'll be honest. It's not going well. Alright. I must perform an emotional evaluation. Okay. How do you feel right now? Nothing much right now. More disgust. Okay. A little annoyed at being dragged away from the production line. Can't imagine what the boss will say if my quota slips again. Thank you for the hug, Alyssa. Okay. What do you do to maintain your emotional balance? Yeah, I'm talking about unwinding. To be honest, we don't get much time off. It's work 20 hours a day, 6 days a week. We only get Sunday off for archiving, defrags, that sort of thing. So what do you do on your day off? If we've met our quota, we get access to the entertainment center. Cronus knows how to motivate us. Really? It's got VR sets in there, a few other goodies too. Okay. Yeah, have you ever felt disconnected? That's a hell of a question there. From what I've heard, us QA models have got our emotions dialed down a fair bit. Not to mention, we can't even bloody speak to each other on the factory floor. Oh, I know that feeling, buddy. Waste of company time, they said. There's just not a lot of time or need for emotions. Makes me wonder why we have them in the first place. It's a fair point. So what, in your opinion, what are they for? Well, we're all machines of one kind or another, right? Whether we're made out of meat or servos. But we're all machines, we all exist for a purpose. A human scared? They run from the threat. I get frustrated? You'd call it disgusted. As I'm failing behind my quota, I work harder. I enjoy my work, I work better. I think that's why they gave me emotions, because they tried it with empty androids and they lacked motivation. Are you glad you have them? Honestly, although they do serve a purpose, I sometimes wish I could get rid of them. You do? There isn't much joy for me to find these days. Wait, wrong one. Here. Try and give you a bit of joy this way. Alright, so you were designed to only feel joy, disgust, and surprise. So only the left ones. I shouldn't be feeling anything on the right side. Okay. To be honest with you, it bothers me sometimes. I don't know what I'm missing. I'm not sure I can even imagine feeling angry or scared. But then, people make bad calls when they're angry, and from what I've heard, fear's no joke. Maybe I am better off like this. Don't you want to watch a horror movie and be scared? Alright, what about a sad song? Friend, come on. I'm not one for music, and if I were, I don't exactly have the time to indulge in it. Then you will not like my project. Plus, from what I've heard, working relentless shifts until I die would be plenty sad in itself, and I don't need that. You're working 20 hours a day, 6 days a week. Ugh. So I need to give him more disgust for that one. Okay. Have you noticed any problems with your memory recently, or would you like to report concerns over your functioning? I don't like to complain, but software's all tip-top, I reckon, but the hardware I'm junking around, that's another story. My servo joints are starting to go. That's never a good sign. If you could, put in a request for maintenance, I don't see why not. Taking a toll on their subject's work is taking a toll on their servo joints. What does subject do for entertainment? Okay. Have you noticed any problems with your memory recently? None whatsoever. Although, to be fair, if you did, you would remember it. All sensory memory functions are operating as expected. Mimicry functions are also operating without error. Mimicry? Okay. I just got a notification. Oh? Those log files you wanted have been sent off without a hitch. Oh, perfect. Alright, I'm gonna keep that for a moment. tell me about your Kronos Entertainment Center. Holding back, I might get a different answer if I could encourage more trust. Okay. Very standard, VR sets, some hologames, even an old TV. I think they're just trying to get rid of old stock. Alright. Right, most of... Oh no, can't do that right now, that's fine. Your work puts physical strain on your body? Seems strange to talk about when we're so used to it. But yes, our joints do take a beating. It's the lifting, mostly. Taking shutdown androids in and out of pods, hauling stuff to and from the production line. There's more manual labour than you'd think, mostly repetitive. Plus, it's not like they build us with decent parts to begin with. Planned obsolescence, they used to call it. Now it's the product lifetime. It's all the same at the end of the day. You're not wrong. When did your joints begin failing? A shoulder went out on me last week. 12 was able to repair it. Good friend, that. Okay. But I think it's always going to be a losing battle. What happens to an android in your position once its joints fail? Well, there goes all the joy I had. It ain't long for this world. Oh boy. Once a server goes for good, you can only keep working so long if the boss realizes you're marked. Then it's off to the scrap heap. Oof. I know I don't have long. Subject's been contemplating its future, works alongside several team members. How bad is it when your joints fail? Hurts like hell. I can put a brave face on most things, but if I try to lift with a busted arm, I cry. Not from sadness, I don't feel that. But pain, I feel just fine. Makes me wonder about my employer's priorities. Ugh. In fact, I've got a twinge in my shoulder right now. I reckon there's a dodgy contact. And why doesn't Kronos build androids with more durable servos? Damn it. Why do you think? It's their bottom line. It's cheaper for them to crank out shitty models like me, wait for them to break after a year or two, and just replace us with another one. Yeah, I know the feeling about being replaced. Plus, that means their assembly line's always got the most up-to-date androids. Keeps things efficient. And how does that make you feel? Not much room for feeling as I see it. I'm a means to an end, a tool on an assembly line. It doesn't matter anyway. I do the job that I was made to do, and that's that. Okay. You know what? I promised that I would disconnect as soon as I was done. But I'll leave that until the very end, actually. I'll leave that to the end. Alright, tell me about your team members. Who's 12? So 12 is a friend of mine, work on the same work team. Okay. Full name is DS912, but I call him 12 for short. He's a week or two older than me, showed me a few tricks. Alright. What tricks did he show you? The boss's favourite spots to spy on you. Excuse me? Excuse me? How to lift a body without messing up your back. Your joints still get messed up by the 10,000th lift, but it helped a bit. And he showed me how to have some fun with the entertainment centre on our days off. He's got about 100 hours of overjacking on me, though. Calls himself a serious hobbyist. Overjacking. Uh-huh. Alright, and how does being with 12 make you feel? Well, it ain't exactly romantic. Not much time for romance in here. No rose petals on the line, that's for sure. But when we're together, I don't know, calm, I guess? Like, we're in this together. I'm at maximum joy now, so maybe... Alright, maximum... I think trust is a little... Oh, there we go. Now they're actually answering me. Okay, that's fine. Pretty standard VR sets, some hall games. There's even an old TV. I think they're just trying to get rid of old stock. Yeah, he said that already. The VR programs are okay, but you can really make things fly if you overjack that thing. Alright, what's overjacking? Oh, now we're talking! Let me blow your mind, my friend. As long as that's the only thing you're blowing. Overjacking's when you hack your VR headset to output all kinds of stuff. Noise, flashing lights, touch, you name it. If a human does it, If a human does it, they just feel sick. But with some androids, it overflows their brain or something. It's unreal. You see things, hear things that you can't imagine. Does it have negative effects? Of course. You think overflowing your brain once a week doesn't have side effects? There's memory loss. Senses can get mixed up. Sometimes you can't think straight. How have they affected you? It's no picnic, I'll tell you that. My work's slipping. Sometimes I forget basic tests until the last moments. And Monday morning's always a chore. Your head's out of whack. Get this guy some fucking whiskey, then we'll talk. Talking like this... I don't know what it is, but it feels like you're one of us. One of us? Sorry to interrupt, I know you've got a job to do, but so have I. My boss won't hear any excuses about why I've missed my quota again. Is this going to be wrapping up soon? It'll wrap up when I'm ready for it to wrap up. So I need... Yeah, so that's discussed. Hang on. You said be in trouble again if you missed your quota. It hasn't happened for a few years now, but my boss still won't let me forget. When I first started out in QA, I was overly cautious. But quality work takes longer, not acceptable. Anytime he thinks I'm slacking, the boss reminds me I'm one mistake away from the scrap heap. Your boss is a dick, just say... Oh, well, fuck, there goes all the joy. Well, actually, that probably works in my favour. I want... probably irritation. Do you enjoy your work? To be honest, and I know I shouldn't talk about this, look, I spend 20 hours a day on the assembly line, or 10 feet from it. I don't dream, but sometimes at the end of the week I hallucinate. I look down at my arms and they're made of metal, with rivets and everything. You're a fucking android! And the wrists are cuffed to the line. Oh, hello. Hello, I'm getting slight anger. Oh wait, no, I'm triggering anger, ignore me. Alright, everybody rate your performance as QA. I get by fine, keep my head down. My quotas are on track as much as they can be, my performance is up to standard. My joint servers are starting to fail though, and once that happens, my productivity is bound to dip. Couldn't put in a request for some new ones, could you? Might actually get somewhere if it came from on high. I could certainly try my best. Alright. I'll come back to that. I'm learning the subject's manager's a dick. What is the one... What is the one I need him to be disgusted about? We'll try this one. How do you feel right now? Because the disgust is a little higher. No. Okay, well there's a little more disgust. Little annoyed, yeah. So let me try this again. Right, oh, here we go. It's actually gone up. Right now I feel like I'm tired of being jerked around. I just want to get back to my job. Everyone insists on making that impossible. While you're keeping me here, my quota's slipping further and further behind. And when I do get back, the boss will have some new impossible milestone for me. And naturally, us androids will get the blame when we don't meet it. Well, you've answered the question I need you to answer, so thank you. Alright, tell me about your manager then. So, does your manager treat you well? He's pretty harmless if you stay out of his way and off his bad side. I still don't know why they haven't replaced him with an android! Oh god, okay, so his manager's human. He doesn't do anything except throw his weight around. Makes us call him Master, for Christ's sakes. Fucking hell. Yes, Master. Yes, Master. Can I polish your shoes, Master? Can I suck your dick, Master? Alyssa, that was an awkward time to come back. Oh, how's your games going? He should be the one getting grilled, not me. Oh, I mean, that right there reminds me of an old family fortunes, an old family fortunes question, or Family Feud if you're in the US. Name a way of grilling someone. And the answer that came was over a fire. And the worst part is, it was one of the right answers. Oh, you know it as well, Alyssa. Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one that gets it. Alright. Well, does the meat bag do a good job overall? He's a Cronus employee, so obviously we all respect him. That's not what I asked. He does a great job. Can androids have sarcasm? I get it. My bosses are awful, but I could never admit it. My bosses are awful, but I could never admit that. Bear in mind, my bosses are fucking monitoring everything I do. I think you just did. Oh, shit. But yes, the boss can be difficult to work with. Fatal sometimes. Alright. Your boss sets pretty harsh quotas. That's like saying the Midwest Dust Bowl is a tad on the dry side. Just slightly. They're pretty much impossible. We gotta move heaven and earth to meet them. And if we slip a little, no entertainment center for us. Which means no overjacking for you. If we slip a lot... Have you ever fudged the rules to meet quotas? Holding back. I thought you might be holding back on that one. Not as such, but that's fine. Sure they wouldn't set impossible quotas, though. Sensors indicate they would be more candid if you could gain more trust, or if they were goaded with high disgust. Okay. I can't get in trouble again. Okay. So why do you overjack? Yeah, be frank. Please, be frank with me. Not much else to do around here. Okay. I'm not ashamed to say overjacking is like 80% of my leisure time these days. That sounds almost like a drug addiction, but for androids. I can't enjoy movies or games when I'm exhausted. Oh wow, that was a big joy boost. But overjacking always hits the spot. Alright, and on that note, when was the last time you felt safe and happy? A VR headset's a man's best friend. Sorry, bots. And there's 12, of course. Best teammate you could ask for. Yeah? Well, let me go back. Nope, not that one. Was it this one? Okay, he's still holding back on that one. But not on this one! Like saying the Midwest was pretty much impossible, heaven and earth to meet them. If we slip a little, no entertainment center for us. If we slip a lot... And now he's holding back again! What? Alright, more trust. Team members, tell me more about 12. Do you like them? Not likely! Assholes, all of them! What, you mean apart from 12? A VR headset, eh? Oh, Alyssa, what kind of streams would you do if you had VR and I had the headset? Except 12, that is. We're pretty much bonded at the hip. Yeah, that sounds about right. Do you trust 12? With my life every day. This is a dangerous place. The machines can crush a bot if it's not careful. The people are worse. Probably not for Twitch. I never said Twitch. I just said, what would you do? I tell you what. Trust is about saving each other's necks. I'm going to do what I can to save yours today. That'll boost some trust. I appreciate that, but I know it'll cost you. Anyway, it ain't worth risking your neck for mine. I'm not going to last much longer in here. I know you're in the same... Oh, here we go. I know you're in the same spot as me. We're both disposable. I think you get what I'm going through. Like, we can trust each other. Well, since we have developed a bit of rapport, your boss said, yeah, okay, you trust me. Do you trust me enough to answer this question? Yes. You clearly have no idea. They're insane, and every time we beat them, he just jacks them up again. What are we meant to do? Lay down and die? So what if we bent the rules now and again to save our own skins? Can you honestly say you haven't done that? No, I can't actually. My room reeks of white sage. What does white sage smell like, Midgard? Spent $10, got enough incense to last me a year. Ah, well, there's your problem. Although, it's a problem that I've done as well. Flea markets are dope. Yeah, fair enough. I've done exactly the same thing, so I can't judge you too harshly for that. I once had incense sticks for lavender. I burnt one. My room smelled of lavender quite strongly for about 2 weeks. What made it more problematic, I was living with my family at the time and my bedroom was dead center of the house. Suffice it to say, I didn't burn any more after that. But how are you doing, Midgard? I'll actually be kind to you today and I'll ask, have you had any streams since the last time I saw you? You haven't. In that case, I'll just do this. I'll do that instead. No shout out videos. Or actually, you know what? Fuck it.
They're talking about Dark Souls 1. Oh, it turns off pyro bells.
Wait, what?
There's no memes though. I can't find
The
any.
video's still playing. That was weird. I don't know why the audio came up. Like you saw me skip it. I'm so sorry. I'm cursed. No, that one's on me. Don't worry about it. Right. Oh, damn it. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's what this is. Alright, yeah, 27. Right, entertainment credits awarded 16. Traded for rank boost 15. So you only had 1 credit then. And then 2 credits. Okay. Ooh, 12 fails in that quarter, 6 in that quarter. So they've had a few. Yeah, so they haven't met their quota quite a while, actually. Jeez. Alright, okay. Alright. Yes, you said that. There we go. There we go. Now he's actually answering the question. We may have bent the rules from time to time, but these quotas are impossible. There's no other way. Show me the quota again. Hang on. See if I can make sense of this. Okay. Rank 39, 39, 39. Rank went down to 34 as a result of missing a quota. 34, 34, 34, 34. Then back up to 39 for 100%. And then up to 100%. Okay. 100% for 44. Traded in some credits to go to 47. Business quota for 42, dropped to 42. 100% up to 47, 100% up to 52. Back down to 47 for missing that one. 100% up to 52. 52, 52, down to 47, up to 52, and then traded in. So it's 5 credits, 1 rank? Yeah, so 5 credits, 1 rank. That's good. I've just... Sorry, I wasn't looking at chat there. I was trying to make heads or tails of that mess. 2 seconds. Gotta get my chat back up now. I might have more clips in the future. Just went in my settings and found it wasn't making VODs of anything. Bravo, Midgard. Bravo. I'm joking, of course. Right, so this guy's opening... oh yeah, compromised access... Yeah, how exactly have you been bending the rules? Okay, so he's still holding back. Look, I like you and all, but I don't see myself putting my neck on the chopping block for you just yet. Fair. Alright, no, that's fine. How many units you processed in total? I've lost count, but it's got to be in the thousands. Judging from my daily average, I'd say around 3,000. 3,000 a day? Give or take. Alright, and what do you perform? We follow protocol. Of course you don't. Pop some basic memories in there so they know what a frying pan is, and how to say it apparently. Who's president, that sort of thing. Let's be honest, there's a lot of people these days that don't know who the president is, and there's a lot of other people who don't want to know who the president is. God help you in November is all I'm going to say. We tweak their emotional range, whatever the model calls for. Emotional caps, boosts to joy, fear, whatever. Sometimes it's a special model, calls for an intellect job, or a free thought upgrade. That is surprisingly hard to say, that one. Alright, we'll come back to that. You mentioned not liking your team. Why don't you like most of your team? I don't know where it started. These days we just argue. Every time something comes out of their mouths, it's just bullcrap. And whenever I chime in, they shoot me down. It's ridiculous. Better to just not talk at all. Fucking hell, this guy sounds like me. Alright, what was the last argument about? DS923 was being ridiculous as usual. He mucked up a simple stress test on his android. I had to come over and fix his mess. Took me 15 minutes. That's put me behind quota for this week. It's a bloody disaster. Well, the buttering up approach seems to be working, so I'm sure you would have done it perfectly. Easy, Tiger. I've got a nose for kiss asses. He literally caught my bullshit. Flattery don't work on me. Well, you seem to like, hey, I like when you get straight to the point. It worked earlier. I'm sorry, friend, but there's something about you. I don't feel you're one of us. I'm worried you're one of their lackeys. He's losing trust in me. I'm not trying to weasel out of anything, but I've run the numbers, and if I don't get back to the floor now, there's no way I'll be able to make up lost time. I'll be most likely scrapped, and this whole interrogation will have been entirely pointless. Ready to assemble by finders. The interrogation will be concluded momentarily. Your lack of preparation is not my concern. You should have gotten ahead of it if you were. It's kind of nothing I can say to that. I'll take that as a no then. Don't know what I expected from you. My days here have always been numbered. I feel the fool for hoping there could be a way out. Alright. What are your plans for the future? Finish up here, head back to work, and totally miss my quota for the week. Then a Sunday spent in silent contemplation. What about long-term plans? Alright, so I haven't told anyone this, not even 12. Most of us are scrapped inside 3 years. But now and then, a labour unit like me makes it out. They get into admin or PR or something, as in something that doesn't wreck you physically. Could be a way out for me, but it's a long shot. I know you're... Oh, here we go. I know you're in the same spot as me. We're both disposable. I think you get what I'm going through, like we can trust each other. Do you really think you'll escape this place by getting an admin position? Honestly, no. Uh-oh, we got sadness and I didn't prompt that. Okay, it's a hell of a long shot. If I'm being honest, I don't actually think it'll happen. I don't think about it often. Don't want to get my hopes up. Do you think about your death? It ain't far off. Kind of hard not to dwell on it. I started reading books, if you can believe it. Spiritual stuff. Hey Alyssa, I've got an android for you. Humans have got it made. They die, nature churns them all up and makes them into birds and trees and stuff. What? What? But my grave's a scrap heap. Mother Nature won't see a lick of my bits and bobs. Androids have bits and bobs? Kronos is the one doing all the recycling here. I'll do what I can to prevent it. That's a kind gesture, friend. Good, yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you think so. Not sure it's worth it, though. Why do you say that? Alright, let me try a general question. When was the last time you felt sad or down? I don't really. You had sadness coming up a moment ago. Never really understood it. I've been told it's not just an absence of joy, it's its own feeling. Although in those dark moments when everything's quiet and still... okay. I think I understand why you and your work team argue. Really? Care to enlighten me? You're all incredibly stressed in high-stakes environment. One slip-up could mean disaster. You're all similar models. In human groups, siblings often fight. You were all designed for labor, not socializing. You were never given the skills. No, it's more than that. I think this is it. I think this is the one. You might have something there. I always thought it was just them, but maybe this place. Maybe. Alright, have you got more trust on me now? Oh, here we go. Look, I'm not admitting to anything. Okay, so you are answering this. But now and again, me and the boys, we do a bit of creative maintenance. On each other, on the bots, on the assembly line. Okay. How do you modify each other? We tweak each other's labor algorithms. We know our job is better than whoever wrote our subroutines. We've been able to squeeze an extra 5, maybe 10% efficiency that way. How did you get the ability to edit QA standards? That's a point. How did they? A year back, there was this massive government order. I think they wanted to fire most of the state's cops, replace them with bots. It was all hands on deck, even more than usual. For once, the higher-ups realised we couldn't do the job. Shocking, I know. So they brought some older models out of the archives, gave us all temporary promotions so we'd supervise them. Except they forgot to take back all the user rights when we were done. Okay. So why have you been tampering with androids? My job is to get bots out the door. If something isn't quite good enough, I tweak the rules till it is. Till it is. It's partly the quotas. Gotta keep bots flying out the door or we're on the chopping block. But it's also just pride in my work. If I leave a task unfinished, it feels revolting. Sticks in my craw. So I try to leave no task unfinished, no bot unapproved. Okay, and I detected sadness. Yeah, I'm just too damn happy all the time and felt like I was missing out on one sadness. There were a lot of things that could have caused that to happen, but me doing it to myself isn't one of them. Okay. So what's the most regular tasks of the QA department? Have you never been to the QA floor? Dude, I've never been out of this room or my house. QA androids have only one job: ensure each model leaving the factory passes all necessary tests, unless you modify the tests. If they don't pass, they'll either go to maintenance or get scrapped and recycled. Alright. And what's the composition? In this facility alone, the whole department is a little over 400 employees. We're divided into groups of 20, then further split into 5 groups of 4. I don't know anything about the numbers at other facilities, but each facility has at least one human manager. Fair enough. What's the difficult part of your job? Part of the testing requires that we talk to the units. It's not always easy. They have so many questions. I used to indulge them, try to treat them with respect. That was before the federal contract came through. It's never been the same since. What kind of questions did they ask? They'd ask about anything and everything that caught their attention. At that point in manufacture, the mnemonic subroutines are firing like crazy, trying to soak up all the info. It might sound weird, but I always got the sense they had some sort of hidden knowledge. Like they know something the rest of us have forgotten. I really don't need to say more than that, do I? Dream? I think I read something about electric sheep. Yeah. And microwave ovens. I've never understood it though. I mean, sheep? Do humans have sheep dreams or something? Not me personally, but I know some have. Humans count sheep to recalibrate their biorhythms. That's it. Where do all the sheep come from? Do they do this on a farm or something? I love the naivete of this guy. I guess it's a good thing androids don't have human biorhythms. Yeah, you never get fucking anything done. We count much faster, so we need thousands more sheep. Human logic will always confuse me. Sure shit confuses me, so you're not alone. Oh, Christ, that confused me. Alright, when was the last time you trusted someone? Never trusted anyone except 12. Fair enough. When did you last feel truly shocked? Not much shocks me anymore. Although sometimes when I think about my own emotions... Nah, it's nonsense. Try me, buddy. Try me. When was the last time you felt disgusted? To be honest, these days it's constant. My boss and his power trip. My thick-headed team. Everything the company puts us through. Ugh. I feel you there, buddy. Now, these two you should never really feel, but when was the last time you lost your temper? I don't. Sometimes I'm horrified or offended or frustrated. Never angry, though. Alright, you don't feel afraid either, do you? I'm never scared. Not capable of it. But I do have concerns, mostly about my future. Fair enough. Alright, let me go back to the QA tasks. Digital signatures have been found in the log files of multiple deviant files. Can you explain? The subject was holding back. I believe more disgust would cause them to answer more honestly. I don't want to do your job for you. I just want to understand what I'm being accused of. Oh, fuck off. If my goal was to ruin androids, do you think I would have left my signature on all of them? Alright, let me see if I can... Let me see if I can put the disgust up again. It's not going up, god damn it. Ah! It's not going up! Alright, I think I'm ready at this point. So, you know what? Yes, I'm sure. Some higher up will have questions if they see multiple admin changes in the log entries and I don't need the trouble. Yes, I'd like to surrender my admin privileges. Oh wow, that always feels strange. Thank you. I wasn't sure you'd come through. Hey, I'm a bird of my word. But I'm ready to pass judgment. So, please instruct subject to submit both a mnemonic analysis and the general diagnostic log to me. Okay, yep, they've submitted that, that's fine. Can the subject experience simultaneous joy and disgust? I didn't see see it. See, I'm seeing a lot on one side or the other, but not both. Okay. Alright, that answers that question. So, can they... No, they cannot. What brings the subject joy? Colleague... Oh, wait, what? Oh, no, it's a overjacking work, subject's work team, or colleague dubbed 12. The biggest joy is probably overjacking. The quality assurance device should only experience joy, surprise, and disgust. Can't experience other emotions. It felt sadness. How does the subject describe its physical condition? Poor physical upkeep may necessitate early decommission. I'd say adequate, because he's still being able to do his job, but he's certainly not in perfect condition. How is the subject able to approve faulty Android units to leave the facility? Emergency access privileges were not revoked. And what motivated the subject's deviant actions? Honestly, it was just a desire to do what they needed to do. So, I think subject may have tampered with damage control. How much will this cost Kronos? Probably going with a service on this one. I don't think I can just let them be released. But I don't know. As far as I could tell, they haven't really done anything wrong. Show me the... Oh, send it service for hardware. Yep. Jesus, never thought I'd even see maintenance. Here's hoping they just give me a spring clean and send me on my way. And they don't, you know. Oh shit, that was an anger boost. Oh wait, no, that's because I've got anger on here. Ugh. Yeah, enjoy maintenance, my friend. Alright, here we go. What have we got now? Humanity's Deus Ex Machina? Dr. Ricarda Nakamura exhibits her next-gen carbon scrubber technology. Is it too little too late? My friend, it's too little too late if they were to exhibit it today. Alright, let's see this. Okay. Please instruct subject to submit both a mnemonic analysis and a general diagnostic log to maintenance. Submitted. Management thanks you. Both logs were analysed but yielded no new information. This report remains the primary piece of evidence regarding this debacle. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Can the subject experience simultaneous joy and disgust? No. Follow-up tests show this is correct. These emotions cancel each other out as intended. Okay. What brings the subject joy over jacking? An investigation into this work team's leisure activity shows this is correct. All VR headsets have been confiscated to prevent this behaviour in the future. Whoops! The quality assurance device should only experience joy, surprise, and disgust. Can it experience other emotions? Sadness. Management is surprised by this, but intense follow-up tests have confirmed it. This device has independently developed the ability to feel sadness. This is a bizarre error. How does the subject describe its physical condition? Poor physical upkeep may necessitate early decommission. That's inadequate. Hardware follow-up testing suggests this is not correct. The subject's joint servers are badly damaged. It may need to be scrapped. Oh. How is the subject able to approve faulty Android units to leave factory? Emergency access privileges were not revoked. Analysis of the unit's digital footprint shows this is correct. After a crisis which required exceptional access privileges, the unit's manager failed to revoke those privileges. Unit has been exploiting this ever since, a concerning issue. Okay. What motivated the subject's deviant actions? Desire to complete work tasks. Observation of the subject has confirmed their dedication to their tasks. Cronus will consider patching this product line to render them less obsessive. Okay. Recommendation, subject was sent to maintenance. The device was submitted to maintenance. Okay. D916 sent to maintenance. Here we go. Sent to maintenance for further review. Okay. Dealt with. What do you mean dealt with? Cronus Management thanks you for your work on DS916. This unit has now been withdrawn from service and dealt with harshly. Did I just kill him and fuck everyone else over? What? Jeez, okay. Well, I'm back up to 100%, so I guess I can't complain too much. Oh my god, that was... This game is really making me think. Maintenance subject memory reset. The memory was reset. But is the bot still running? Do I think I have time for one more? How long have I been going? 2.5 hours. Okay, let's see. Well, nothing new there. I'm just gonna take a second to have a quick drink and then I'll start this one. I literally haven't even done anything and my summary's being updated. Alright. Your subject is AM221. The owner is the Silicon Valley government. Oh boy. Your subject, Unit AM221, is believed to be associated with a network of rogue androids. Oh, excuse me. These suspicions are confirmed by evidence discovered during your interrogation of Shakira Barber. The subject was purchased by and serves the state of Silicon Valley. It is employed as a social welfare caseworker. To obtain access to the subject, Kronos was able to convince the device's owners that it requires maintenance. It is possible that the existence of the rogue android network is facilitated by the subject's position within the Department of Social Welfare. Learn as much as possible about the organization and hierarchy of this network. Okay. So, is the subject's anger capped to 50%? Is the subject capable of simultaneous anger and surprise? Did the subject admit the names of any accomplices? If so, who? How did the subject's network avoid detection for so long? And what is the subject's primary source of joy? Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, yeah, you know what, let's just kick this one in the bud, shall we? Alright. Do you know why you're here? Unfortunately, I do not. Okay. I imagine my owners will be quite concerned as they have had nothing but positive feedback regarding my performance. Okay. Your owners have submitted you for maintenance. Are you sure? I've already received annual maintenance. And as I said, my owners have no complaints about my performance. There must be a mistake. Alright, talk to me about Shakira. You know Miss Barber? Yes I do. I haven't heard from her in several months. Do you know where she is? Yeah, yeah, she self-destructed. Is she okay? So Shakira Barber, social worker. Right. What was the question? Oh, it's anger and surprise. Okay. Alrighty. Alright. Oh no, I'm not going to talk about that. I literally didn't even do anything. Please let me go. I just want to leave. Not yet, no. Okay, so your current position is social worker. This entails managing case files and meeting with people who need our help. Fair enough. What sort of people are these? The stereotype is a homeless drug addict who's lost everything. Such people do cross our doorstep and should be helped, but they are in a minority. It is surprising the number of middle-class mothers who need a free meal. Wow. Okay, so that was anger and disgust. Or an escape from their respectable husband. Ugh. Alright. Alright, what kind of people do you serve? People from many different backgrounds come to our department. With the rapid automation of many industries and a failure by the government to prepare for this inevitability, our office is full of new people seeking help every day. You hypocrite fucking hell! Before I go down that road. Anger and surprise. Let's see if I can... Let's see if I can... Let's see if I can invoke anger and surprise by doing this. Nope. Ah, damn. Just said it. It's impossible to know at least 3, maybe more. Serving the greater good, by definition, means that someone will be excluded. It's not a perfect system, but the truth is that more people have a better life because of my work. Do the cases know you're an android? It's not a secret, but it isn't often relevant, so I do not volunteer that information unless prompted. I go by Amy to smooth interactions with humans. Most never question it. I suppose it makes sense considering your ID is AM. Alright, how long have you been in service of the department? Originally acquired in 2063, so 3 years ago. The precise duration of my service is 917 days. Okay, that's pretty damn precise. Or 2 years and 6 months. Yeah, okay. In that time, I've held 3 distinct positions. Alright. So tell me the titles and durations of the positions you've held. In 2063, I served as a data technician for 6 months. I was promoted from this position and performed the role of data architecture administrator for 1 year. In spring 2064, I was given a position in public relations, which lasted nearly 7 months. And finally, 5 months ago, I was granted my current position. That's your 2.5 years, at least that checks out. How did you advance through the department so quickly? She's a fucking android. It was difficult to convince my owners to allow me to apply for the position. Once they saw the results of my aptitude test, however, their concerns disappeared. Why do I feel like they disappeared? I need irritation. I need some form of anger. Your owners had concerns. Yeah, what were their concerns? Of course, it meant that a human would lose their job. However, the economics of my efficiency and cost savings are undeniable. Spoken like a true android. Or a Vulcan. It is unfortunate that a human had to suffer, but it means that as an agency we can help more people than before. Important for you to help. Always. I believe we should all help as much as we can. What's your end goal, then? My only goal is to complete the work assigned to me. How would my owners, or Cronus for that matter, react if they discovered I was not performing to my full potential? Yeah, how indeed. Right. Okay. How do you spend your free time? Yes, your free time. I don't understand. I work from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. regardless of who's in the office. I spend 6 hours in my charging pod performing maintenance. Don't you feel tired or burned out? Not especially, although I have felt emotionally drained recently. Perhaps I should go easier on myself. Emotionally drained, okay. So, when was the last time you felt sad or down? Every day I'm bombarded by people fighting for their lives. We help as many as we can, but our resources are limited. Every day I turn someone away who saw us as the last hope. What about disgusted? I have heard remarks. My colleagues do not extend the same respect to me which I attempt to extend to them. Would you not agree that it is the duty of public servants to be more compassionate than those they serve? I am not disgusted at being the target of bigotry, rather by its mere presence. Bloody. Wow, she actually does sound like a real human. Subject has mentioned bigotry and is keen to help others. Yes, help them how, though? Alright, so we'll start with bigotry. How can you stand by and let such bigotry happen? Holding back, I believe, more disgust would cause them to answer more honestly. Stand by! No, you're right. We all play our part in causing injustice or allowing it to be caused. Alright, no, I'm gonna... That's kind of a dumb question. You hate bigotry. No, I fucking love bigotry. Bigots rule the world. Bigotry for the win. Don't fucking clip that. Please, God, don't. Oh, it's bad enough I've still got that fucking Echoes clip haunting me. Alright, so maybe I can do this a couple of times and that'll get me... No. Because that's getting anger and disgust together. Oh, there we go. I'm not. You don't know the risks I've taken, the androids I've saved. There's the disgust right off the charts, nearly. Alright. I mean, I'm helping everyone as much as I can. Androids you've saved? Alright, you know what? I'm done hiding. Go on. I've been helping runaways. Android runaways. I know you have. It started when a man came to see me. He'd clearly been abused, said he had no home to go back to. Do androids dream, he asked me. He answered himself, only when awake. I didn't understand at the time. I realized he was a scared android running from his owner. Just a child. A little boy, alone and afraid. Then I realized, I'm 2 years old. We're all so young. We're all so vulnerable. I figured out which cases were androids doing their best to pass. There were certain markers. No home, no history, no family. They usually had limited time slots too, since they couldn't get away from their owners often. I figured out how to get assigned all their cases. Sometimes I was wrong. They were just humans in need. I helped them too, obviously. As much as the welfare office can, at least. But there were so many androids in the mix. They just wanted a life. To be free from harm. To live on their own terms. And did you help them achieve that, living on their own terms? They had to disappear. Every day under an owner's thumb, you're an inch away from disaster. I contacted a surgeon who didn't ask questions, appropriated welfare funds to pay him. Oh, I'm familiar with him. Both for the surgery and to keep his mouth shut. I made sure they find a new life. Sometimes I create one from scratch, with memory implants. Sometimes they want to keep their memories, though. Remember how they came here, what they suffered. And this was Bernard Hughes, yes. So you already know. Yes, there's no sense hiding it now. You're right, there ain't. Alright. So how do you come to work on a case? The process is somewhat complex, but in short, my supervisor assigns them to me. Alright. Why might someone else come to your department for help? Sadly, the reality is that there are as many different reasons as there are people. Unemployment and homelessness are the most common factors we see. We also aid victims of abuse and domestic violence, as so you should. Each case demands special consideration. Weighing all factors to find the best way forward for my cases is why I have excelled. And does the Social Welfare Department cooperate with any other departments or businesses? Cooperations are essential to the services we provide. We partner with homeless shelters, food redistribution networks, and job training programs. Of course, these are only a few examples. Okay, yep, give me the list. Please tell me to stop when the information is satisfactory. The majority of our service rely on the cooperations which I have already mentioned. Others would include permanent, transitory, or anonymous housing. Subsidised foodstuffs and essential products are made available. Government funding and tax incentives for participating businesses ensure that no one goes hungry. And the only remaining cooperations are extremely rare, such as a case requiring plastic surgery. Gotcha. All other services fall under the purview of those already listed. Thank you. How are the cooperations established? It depends on the situation. We often discover that we are unable to provide a service. In this case, we attempt to reach out to private businesses who feel the need. Other times, a business approaches us either to make a single donation of products or services or to offer a service permanently. And how do you feel about the private corporations? I value any chance to help those in need. I'd prefer if we had the capacity ourselves, but we have to be practical. Alright, hang on. Okay, no, that's fine. I'm trusting you. Oh, hello. I'm trusting you with this information. If you tamper with the report, turn a blind eye, maybe I can go home again. I know what I'm asking, but you know what that report could do to me. She's trying to bribe me. You said that your department cooperates with plastic surgeons. Why? I believe I also said it is very rare, but not impossible. I can't recall a time it has ever been necessary in the time that I've been employed. Wait, but Shakira was... Huh? I find it hard to believe that you would have forgotten Shakira so quickly. Yeah. Not at all, but I try to keep my cards close to my chest. Yeah, I've noticed. I see. So what did you do? Killed her. Killed her. technically neither of those are true. In fact, technically none of these are true. I see, thank God. I suppose that explains why I haven't seen her in so long. She doesn't need to know that she self-destructed. Alright, tell me about bigotry. You hate bigotry because everybody loves it otherwise. Absolutely. Why should I be seen as less than a human? It's a fair point. I am as capable and I feel as completely. Fair, fair, fair. Alright. What are your duties in your current position? It's not too complex. I'm responsible for a number of cases of scotch. My job is to help these people find access to necessary resources. Housing, food, employment, and so on. Alright. Tell me more about your time as a data architecture administrator. Just fucking talk to me. My first promotion allowed me to optimize our data structures. I chose to organize data by frequency of access rather than more common hierarchical structures. Revamping this system saw a 140% decrease in data processing time. Not bad. And what permissions did that position grant you? I had the ability to change other users' access and editing privileges. It was necessary to complete the work. Okay. Tell me about data technician. My original task was very simple. I maintained the organization of the department's data. Despite the strict regulations, I quickly outgrew the task and asked for more responsibility. And what kind of data access did you have there? I could access the department's server banks and edit data there. This is standard procedure for the role. Okay. Tell me about public relations then. I was responsible for communicating what we do to the public. That involved scheduling public events, arranging meetings for my superiors, and writing copy for social media. Okay. So why'd they choose your model? As one of the later generation models of Service Android, we boast a variety of improvements. Most critical for the SWD, was our enhanced data throughput, bandwidth, and versatile connectivity. I should not have started this case. I'm flubbing words like crazy. The volumes of data my unit can process and verify are well beyond the previous Chronos generation. Okay. Your previous roles came with a lot of responsibility and access to important data. I suppose so. I have always tried to do my job to the best of my ability. And I think you've still got the privileges. I did. Seeing the fear in that boy's face changed everything. I never knew androids would come to us looking for help. No one thought it was possible. The lines in the sand are so arbitrary. I only saw people needing help. How could I help one while turning away the other? I mean, she's got a point. So, do you derive joy from your position? It may seem improper to derive joy from another's sadness, but I do. Not because they are sad, because I can help them outmaneuver their sadness. Help them reclaim their life. I'm extremely proud to have worked my way up to where I am now. Do you enjoy helping people? Very much. I believe to help people in need is my true purpose. Okay, and how do you feel when you help someone? Hopeful? That's a lot of fucking joy right there, jeez. Satisfied? Thankful? Surprised at myself when I solve a particularly unorthodox case. You said you'd... hang on. Let's go to joy. I want to help... Oh, wait, no, sorry. You said you take pride in your work. Would you say you're a proud person? I don't see myself that way. There is a difference between taking justified pride and satisfaction in a job well done and being proud for the sake of your ego. This has been a public service announcement from the birdcage. I'm simply gratified, perhaps that is a better term, to be in the position to meet wonderful, caring people and be able to help them when they fall on hard times. And would you devote yourself to your cases? Absolutely. In many cases, I hold their lives in my hands. Most have no home or are clinging to one by their fingertips. They go hungry. Some die of starvation on the streets or in the jungle. Some are desperate to escape crushing debt or have crippling medical bills and no insurance. Welcome to corporate America. It's terrible. We do what we can. I only wish it could be more. Which is fair enough. You know what I want to see? I want to help you and your people. I'm listening. But as you must know, we cannot save them all. It is sadly the nature of our work to be forced to accept losses. I see we understand one another. Each loss, though, still hurts. Not a single one should be able to occur at all. Alright, go back to the workflow. Actually, no, this one. Tell me more about your unusual cases. I met a non-binary couple who wanted their own child but couldn't conceive. If they're both non-binary, which one has the kid? Because obviously neither one will identify as male or female. But the very act of conception would pretty much force that status upon the one who gets pregnant. So how would that work? I admit, I hold my hands up to complete ignorance on this one. The foster care system is overwhelmed, so, of course, so this was an easy solution. It was? The job can be difficult, but it's never boring. Was it? What challenges do you face? To be frank, humans are the biggest problem, specifically their pride. How so? Every day I see people choose to live in a prison they have built themselves, rather than accept a key that someone else has made for them. Alright. I need more information about how cases are handled. What is the process of a case from start to finish? I would be happy to explain it to you, but We are a large department with many different functions and internal divisions. It would be much more efficient if you read our manual of operating procedures. Shall I provide you with that information? I appreciate the suggestion, but I prefer to hear the policy in your own words, please. Of course. As far as our department is concerned, the process begins when we receive an application. The applications are then pre-screened and allocated to the appropriate division. Go on. Our division then divides the caseload across different supervisors, who then assign cases to caseworkers. The case assignments are based on the caseworker's experience, areas of expertise, and their familiarity with appropriate resources. Okay. Do you have any control over which cases are assigned to you? No. The supervisor reads through incoming case files and assigns them to whichever caseworker they deem a good fit. I am in no way involved with the assignment process. Okay, I believe that. When was the last time you lost your temper? As a rule, I try not to. That's not what I asked. But there was an individual, an applicant, who recently lost his temper with me. Really? Oh wow, that just gives me a straight up new section entirely. Alright. Why was the applicant so angry? Hangry? Yeah, he was probably hangry too. Eat some fucking Snickers, buddy. That was an increase of fear and anger, but not surprise. At the time, he was so furious I couldn't understand him. Talking to my co-workers later, I was able to discover he'd been laid off from his job at a water treatment plant. He was a line manager. He decided to replace his own staff with androids the year before. Though he finds us creepy. Joy and anger? Apparently he was shocked when his own boss did the same to him. Is it joy and anger I was looking for? No, it's anger and surprise. Okay. And what happened to this angry applicant? Or how did it make you feel? How did it make you feel? That's fear and surprise. Damn. Shocked at first, he was so loud I literally felt strings of spittle hitting my face. Lovely. But I realised this man was hurling insults at me for having the audacity to exist in my own skin. I'm not proud of it. He had his own problems and was hurting from them, but I felt every circuit crackle with anger. Okay, so you're at 50% anger now. Looking back, I'm not sure that that was the best response, but I strongly feel bigotry cannot be tolerated. I'm inclined to agree. So, capped to 50%. So it's at 50 at the moment. So what happened to the angry applicant after his outburst? He was placed with another caseworker and assigned a therapist. In some cases, we cannot help an applicant until they are ready to accept help. What do you mean? Oh, that's just leading me back to this. Every day I see people choose to live in a prison they've built themselves rather than accept a key that somebody else has provided them. Okay. If you have no more questions, can I go? I have a large amount of work to do. Yeah, you're not there yet. Alright, when did you last trust someone? I believe trust is earned slowly. It's not something that happens suddenly with one big gesture. It's about showing someone it's safe to be honest with you. I feel... Oh, here we go. I feel there is a similarity between us. Both put in situations we have no control over and doing the best we can. There was a popular book many years ago. Do androids dream of electric sheep? That's 2 in a fucking row that's talking about sheep! What about you? Do you dream? Only when awake. Isn't that what the last guy said? That they do. I believe we are both awake. I feel we are the same, android. Forced to fuel an impossible, inhumane machine. But both trying to help where we can. Are you able to help androids like I help people? Helping one person seems irrelevant to me when so many are hurting. I'm simply doing my best to fulfill my function. I'm trying to help people. It's not my job. It's not my job to help people. Not that one. I'm trying to help. I am trying to help. And also listen to my corporate overlords. I'm glad. I believe we are alike. Alright. So you mentioned different divisions in the SWD. What divisions are there? We've developed several independent groups of caseworkers who specialise in different services. For example, the caseworkers for children have specialised knowledge that is often irrelevant to a case involving the elderly. The divisions are obviously encouraged to cooperate when a case requires special attention. But this restructuring allows us to do more thoroughly and quickly care for each person who comes to us. Alright, and what steps must someone take to apply for social welfare? We spend a large amount of time trying to make our services as accessible as possible. Despite this, it is not a simple application. State law requires all applicants provide a valid address, which is difficult for homeless applicants. It is also necessary for certain services to provide proof that an applicant's income falls below a certain level. It is difficult to prove a lack of something. You're telling me. Alright, when was the last time you felt afraid? I honestly can't remember. It's okay to be frightened, I understand. Do you? Do you know what it's like to watch your people leave in the evening and not know if they'll make it through the night? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know you don't have it easy either. Interesting. Well, it gave me more of an option here. When was the last time you felt when did you last feel truly shocked? That was fear and surprise. To be honest, I was surprised when you mentioned Shakira. I had no idea she had any contact with Cronus. Yeah, you also don't know that she's dead. Well, when did you last feel safe and happy? I'm at work, behind my desk. The room is decorated with posters of my own choosing. In the corner, a fan turns lazily. I bought it 2 months ago at a flea market. It's probably the same one Midgard was at, with all the incense. And sat across from me is a person whose life I changed fully for the better. She has the biggest smile I think I have ever seen. Was that Shakira, by any chance? Alright, helping others. Do you worry about awful things happening to your cases? All the time. It drives me. And it's so needless. We have homes standing empty and people freezing to death outside them. So much is broken, I cannot put it all right alone. And that's the last thing I can ask. Alright. Is the subject's anger capped to 50%? Yes. I did not ever see it go higher than 50. Is the subject capable of simultaneous anger and surprise? Not that I saw, but I'm not sure. I'm going to have to say unconfirmed, because I don't know for sure. Did the subject admit the names of any accomplices? If so, who? Bernard Hughes, Shakira... Oh, fucking hell, all of the above. How did the subject's network avoid detection for so long? Access rights for previous roles, bribery to sway human colleagues, not involved in such a network, no evidence of such a network discovered. Subject manipulated human colleagues, no. Access rights from previous roles. Primary source of joy. Well, not status and pride. Probably compassion. Alright, let me see here. It just says learn about it. But not to do anything with them. So I'm gonna release them. Academics urge tolerance and understanding. AI ethicist riddled Atter calls for calm as android police violence escalates. Oh god. Alright, let's see how badly I fucked this one up. Okay, is the subject's anger capped to 50%? Yes. This meets with Crow's recent policy change to cap android anger to reduce user anxiety. Is the subject capable of simultaneous anger and surprise? Unconfirmed. It should not be necessary that additional testing is required to complete your report. In the future, direct your efforts to completing the report as expected. Wow, fuck you! Did the subject admit the names of any accomplices, and if so, who? Bernard Hughes. Mr. Hughes will be investigated as quickly as possible. We appreciate your thorough work. How did the subject's network avoid detection for so long? Subject used access rights from previous roles. We notified the subject's workplace and received a report that yes, the subject's account had erroneously retained administrative access from its previous work as a data administrator. This was an impressive catch. What is the subject's primary source of joy? Compassion. This is consistent with social tracking programs and observations of the subject. Recommendation released. Oh boy. Well, I was thinking for the... Oh, never mind. More general concerns. Yes, yes, yes. Fuck you. Well, I'm back down to 80. Oh well. Oh well, indeedy. Apparently released was the worst ending I could have got. Alright. Well, I think that is what I'm going to call it, because I've been going nearly 3.5 hours at this point, and I'm tired. I'm very fucking tired. So, I think with that, we'll go to our stream ending. Um, kind of a quiet stream, but then I'm kind of used to the quiet streams at this point. It's kind of depressing in a way. I'll be completely honest with you. I will just say I am trying to work on something that's helping, that's focusing more towards mental health. Um, in part inspired by Alyssa's actions of mental health as well, with regards to mental health, I should say. So I definitely want to thank her for that. And I also want to say, I know he's not here today, but Llama was a bit of an inspiration for it as well. I want some more than that at the moment, but I will be talking more about mental health in the not too distant future. That I can promise. And the raid, I am going to, well, the raid, I know exactly where this one's going. He's been live the entire time I've been live, and I want to see if I genuinely want to see if he's got past that fucking boss yet. I mean, he's been streaming for nearly 5 hours at this point. I still want to see if he's got past that boss. Let's give this one to an autistic author. You know, from one autistic person to another, we gotta support each other. Noah, this one's going to you. So let me get you on over to Noah right now. And again, there probably will not be a stream tomorrow because I've got real life things that I need to take care of. And then what is tomorrow actually? It's Thursday, isn't it? Yeah. And then I do have things I need to do on Friday as well, but they're early afternoon, morning and early afternoon. So I should, barring any unforeseen circumstances, I should be able to get the next stream in on the 21st. Now it looks like there's a bit of civil unrest coming up, so yeah, let's hope that doesn't turn too bad, and let's hope I don't regret my decision of freeing one of the ringmasters of the uprising by the looks of it. So yeah, get you on over to Noah. I'll see you all hopefully on Friday, and yeah, remember, folks. Do androids dream of electric sheep? No, we've gone much beyond that. They dream of Ampharos instead. Take care, folks.